Hello student, this is Abdelkader Ouda. Welcome again to ES 1036 video series. In this video we'll continue our discussion on if-else statement and take a new example. Let's get started. Our example says, consider the following UML class diagram. Write a Java class for this diagram such that, and then the rest of the questions. Before we continue the rest of the question, let us consider together this UML class diagram. We know that here the first part is my class name should be score converter, and the second part or the second section in the diagram list all the fields. So we have only one field, and because of this minus sign, this field should be defined as private, and the name of the field is score and of double data type. And the last part or the third part in this diagram lists all the methods that we need to define. I have here two methods. The first one, it's clear that this is the setter method to set the score. So the name of this method is set score and defined as a public method. And this method has one argument of type double and return void. The second method called getGrade and need to be defined as public because of the plus and should return data of type char. So let us now continue reading out the question. So by the way, this is a typical midterm or final exam question. I'm going to give you a UML class diagram in addition to some description about the methods and the logic of these methods, and then I'll ask you to write a Java class and a main program as well. So most of the data here that we described together, it's not on the question, and you need to know how to interpret this UML class diagram. Again, this is a standard modeling language, and every single line here has one and only one meaning. All right, so it says here our mutator, which is, it's clear that the set score need to set the value for my class field score. And now here we have the description for getGrade or the logic for this method, because this diagram doesn't say how I'm going to implement this method. So the getGrade method convert the score of a student sent as a parameter. So the score of the student will be sent to this class instance, which is the object, and then the getGrade need to convert it to the corresponding letter based on this logic. It says that here if the score is less than 60, this method returns the letter F. If the score is less than 70, it should return the letter D. If it is not less than 70 and is less than 80, it should return the letter C. However, if it is not less than 80 and less than 90, the method should return the letter B. Otherwise, the method returns the letter A. After we finish writing this class, we need to write another class that has the main program. And inside this program, we need to ask the user to enter the student score, and then use this class to create an object to convert the score and display in the screen the corresponding grade letter. Before we jump in to write the code, let us write together here the expression that we need to use for our if statement. It says here less than or equal to 60. So we need to write the expression score, which is the name of our field, less than 60. So if this expression is true, the getGrade method should return F. And then here we have a similar expression. However, just we need to compare with 70. We'll do the same thing here, score less than 80, If it is true, we're going to return the letter C. However, if it is greater than or equal to 80 and less than 90, we need to evaluate this expression. Otherwise, we're going to return the letter A. Good, so we are ready to write our Java code. Okay, so I created a new project for my example, and now we need to create a new class based on this class diagram. So I need to create a new class, and I need to name it score converter. And again, from the diagram, I need to define private score of type double. Let me add a simple comment. And now I need to define two methods. The first one to be public, and name set score and return void. And set score need parameters of type double as well, and I name it sbase again in my diagram. And based on the description of the question, set need to set the value for my field, and we want to consider the value of this argument, assign it to my score field. Let us add here one simple comment as well. Okay, so now I need to create the second method. Again, it should be public and return char, and the name is get grade, and we don't have any argument for it. So I need to create here a local variable that we're going to return it once we finish all the expression in the if statements. So I need to call it grades, and should be of type char, because I need to return a char data type. Now I need to apply the logic to convert the given score. So we'll start by if statements. Again, we said that we need to have the expression score less than 60. So if it's less than 60, we need to do something. And if it is not less than 60, we need to do something else. Okay, so this is the logic for if-else statement. We evaluate the expression. If it is true, do something here. If it is not true, do something else here. So this do something, which is what we need to do, is to assign the value f to the local variable grade. So grade going to have the value char f. Okay, let me write here again one simple comment to say that this is my local variable. So now I finished the first part of if statement. Now the second part, if it is not less than 60, it should be, the grade should have another letter. So we need to do here another test for the score. So here we need to write another if statement. If score less than 70, again here we need to do something, and if it is not less than 70, I need to do something else. So what I need to do here is to assign the letter D to the variable grade. And now here the something else is to have another checking for the score. if it is less than 80. So I need to add here another nested if statement with my expression score less than 80. We need to do something here, which is again as we did in the previous steps. We need to set the grade by the letter C, and now if it is not less than 80, we need to do another nested if statement with another test to compare score with 90. And if it is true, we need to assign the letter B for the local variable grade. And here, if it is not less than 90, that means it is 90 and above. And in this case here, we don't need to check the score again, because we now know that we should assign the variable grade by the letter A. And this is based on the logic we have from the question description. Now we are ready to return the value grades out of this method. So we are going to use here the statement return grade. We have a good feature in our IDE. If we hit Control Alt L, the IDE will go to reformat the layout of these statements. So Control Alt L, see that automatically converted to this format, and the IDE put here else if in one line. And by the way, we have a statement called if else if statement. So we have if statement alone, we have if else statement, and now we know that we have if else if statement. And again, the logic here, if it is less than 60, assign F to the grade. If it is not less than 60 but less than 70, assign D. If it is not less than 70 but still less than 80, assign C. If it is less than 90, assign the letter B. Otherwise, assign the letter A to the grade. Then we're going to return the local variable grade. These lines here finish the implementation for this class.